Hello, one and all. Welcome back for day 2, finals day of the Hooper Marshall Cup here at Phillip Ice Arena in Canberra. 2 semi-finals. First up, we have the Werrington County Sonics against the Richmond Rhinos. The Sonics getting through with amazing offense from their 3 matches yesterday. The Rhinos similarly impressive, but it was all defense for them with, 1 or 2 goals just to even it out. This is Tim Brown's team versus Saxon Hooper's team. Mate versus mate for the chance, the privilege, the opportunity to play against the ACT qualifier later on today. So here we are, ready to get underway. Saxon Hooper's Rhinos in the purple, Tim Brown's Sonics in the white. And Brown takes it away, over to Redding. Brown taking it past Mark Ferrara into the corner, showing no signs of fatigue after yesterday. Chapman to the back wall. Golding. Rigby. Only as far as Redding. Shot on, deflected down, but it will be cleared out by Seddon. Hooper, Rigby. And back again with Brown. All attacks so far from the Sonics. Redding. Allowed to get too close in, but the second defender, I think that was Golding there, came through to cut it off. And Seddon forcing it over the half. The Sonics will reset. So there is a question after the 3 matches yesterday. Who has got the endurance to keep on kicking on? Mike losing it. Hooper just trailing back in defense. And still the Sonics come. Redding again. Started well. Wheeler. Missed the pass and Seddon will clean up. But Redding still going to the front. Very dangerous ball. Kim was there to get it in, but cleared off by Hooper. Wheeler coming back once again. Redding still hasn't subbed. Just wants to play all the minutes. To Bruna. To Mike. The Waffle players. And then over the half for another reset. Mike and De Bruyne powering themselves with waffles this morning. We'll see if that helps them out. Rhinos looking for their first real foray into attack here. Through Shepherd. Broken up by Jeff Ferrara. Shut down and still Jared Ferrara pursuing. Shepherd over to Jared Ferrara. He's got Mark in the middle. Takes the shot on instead, and now it's Mark versus Jeff. All 3 Ferraras on the ice just to confuse everyone. Sean De Bruyne. Yes, Jared Ferrara. Yabsley against Jeff and over to Kim, out to Brown, and they will move it up the line again. Jeff Ferrara. Goes for the cut ball, but instead looks like he was just trying to hit the scorer's box. Reset to the advantage Rhinos. So we have all 3 Ferraras out there. We have 2 De Bruyners. It's going to be a little bit confusing, and it's going to be a little bit hot. Reading clearing ball. Icing waved off as I think the defender, Jared, touched it. Uses the cut ball across to Chelsea Seddon, but a little bit too much heat. And icing is the call. Taken away by Jared. In front of Reading. Reading keeping him honest. Now wins it back in the tackle. Cleared across the goal face by Golding. Chapman. Wheeler. Corralled by De Bruyne. Still down to Tonkin. With Golding. Tonkin's going to win it. And Golding just wins it right back with a nice stick check. Into the middle, but it's all Sonics again. Chapman. Deflected off Hooper and out. Rhinos just scrambling a little bit there in defense. Still early in the match, still early in the day. And the Rhinos defense just getting themselves a bit settled. Looking to keep the Sonics out here. Reset. Brown for a scramble. Mike. Over to Brown. Still behind the goals. Look in the middle, but can't get it to De Bruyne. And then cleared out by Shepherd all the way down. Forcing Ermish to at least touch the ball. Cleared back the other way. O'Reilly will stay in his crease and iced again. Hooper back to Shepherd. Mark Ferrara. Shot on. A couple of deflections at the top of the crease line. Yabsley looking for the deflection. Didn't quite work out. Mark has another shot with Sean de Bruyn through the legs. And the scramble with Hooper. Ermish dives on it for the freeze. The first genuine look there for the Rhinos at the goal face. Ermish up to the task so far. Shepherd. Shot on, and there it is. The deflect in from Rigby. Brilliant work. Rhinos take the early lead against the flow of play. Some brilliant work there from Rigby off Shepherd, and we will see how the Sonics respond now. They have dominated the round robins, but it could all be for naught if they cannot answer here. Chapman just trading over the line. Jared decides to hit the light in the middle of the arena for another reset. Brown goes for home. Bouncing off the back fencing. The local rule considered to be out of bounds. Shepherd into the corner. Mike will lead it back. He's got Jeff Ferrara there, but he can't trap it. Shepherd again. Another shot on. Mike defends with his bottom. Out to Brown. Has looked aggressive early. Keeps the run on. Broken up by a Ferrara there. Over to Anke de Bruin. Shepherd chops the ball away. Clears the defense, and that's all it will do for the reset. The interchange is quite slow this morning. Understandable after all the action yesterday. The referee's giving them enough time to get into position before we start up once more. Jared Ferrara. Only as far as Reading. Trading back and forth. Kim behind, but the Rhinos are going to get it off with a nice touch from Hooper. Runners on left and right. He's got Hooper in the corner. Couldn't trap it in front of Kim. Back to Jared Ferrara. Hooper. Pushed down by Kim, and Wheeler will clean it up. Through Reading. Through the Ferrara trap. Cleared over the line. Redding's going to go for the run. He may get there. Yes, just in time. A lovely shot on. But O'Reilly awake and saw what needed to happen. Grabbed the ball. Now Reading, with that sliding shot, he's run into the boards. And the referee's very quick to call for a stop to play. The good news is that he is up and moving. Just testing out that shoulder. So yeah, because the good news there is you can just see in the corner, Zach Redding making his way to the bench. From the reset. Hooper trying to coach from the bench. Brown. Being corralled by Yabsley. Over to Mike, where Shepherd will push him back over to Brown. Yabsley. Shot on, just above the line. Baxter in the corner. The two De Bruynes wrestling in the crease. Anka. Over to Sue Brown. Deflected off by Yabsley. This is Anka again. Sean in with the tackle. Yabsley to assist. And cleared out now. Can't be iced. Shot was technically on goal. Ermish with the waiting for his defenders back. Brown. Mike. Charging up the middle. He's got Chapman. A couple of sticks come in and one from Shepherd there just to push him off the line. Mark Ferrara to Jared. Cut across to Seddon. Over the line. And the Rhinos escape once again. Chapman, Brown. Boer. Jeff Ferrara in the shiny against Hooper in the dull. Hooper wins the first one. Ferrara wins the second. Shot on. O'Reilly deflected down. Kim and Rigby on the crumb. And the Rhinos clear out through another Ferrara again. Brown. Jeff Ferrara. Cut into the corner. Kim and Seddon. Wheeler into assist for the Sonics. But it's going to come out through Hooper. Ferrara's going to put it back down again. Just keeping the Rhinos deep in defense with the classic Hooper plays. Wheeler. Deflected off the shot by Jared Ferrara. Mark now gets it over the half, past Brown. Waiting for reinforcements. Jeff Ferrara. Deflected off Rigby. Back across the half again. The forwards have to come all the way back. Sonics clearly trying to use their speed. It nearly came off to De Bruyne. Mike has the second one. O'Reilly pads it down. Seddon clears it to the wall. Rigby and Chapman. Shepherd in assist with the flick. And off the roof. Rapidly approaching halftime here. The Sonics still looking for an equaliser with almost all of the attacking play in this half. And yet trailing 1-0. Shepherd. Sean de Bruin in support. Went for the cut across. Chapman was reading it and cut it off, but Yabsley takes the ball away. Golding there to assist. Into the middle to Hooper. Mike got enough stick on it to break it up and then cleared out to the wall. Wheeler and Shepherd. Now Tonkin and Sean de Bruin. Tonkin in the corner. 20 seconds to go. Back to Chapman. They may want to just hold on to this one here. Mike. Anke de Bruyne. Wheeler in the middle. Maybe time for one last chance. But broken up. Yabsley ran back with the ball. And that will be the half. The Rhinos clinical in defense ultimately. 1-0.
I'll do it for the ACT game. This one. It's connected. I'm only here for referee help. I'm not going to take the job, mate. I don't want that job. I've done it once and I never want it again. Kept on saying there after every sentence.
We're going to be under pressure, they're fast. Okay, just make sure we get good markups. But stay tight, okay? Don't give them those passes into the slot. Stay nice and tight. When you're on the net, sticks under their sticks so they can't get a free shot. Too many people online.
So the call at halftime from Hooper to his Chargers. Defense, defense, defense. Remarking that the Sonics are fast, but the Rhinos have got the defensive structures to go with them. The Sonics equally in the huddle talking about that they can have the power. They do have the power to get through. They've just got to look for the correct pass and take it sensibly up the lines. Jared Ferrara to Mark. Tried for the flick pass. It will get to Shepherd eventually. Charging past Jeff Ferrara using his legs, but Jeff gets enough stick on it, pushes to the corner. Over to Jared. Back to Shepherd and Jeff Ferrara. Seddon trying to cut him off. Brown in the middle. This could be dangerous here. He's going to charge right up. The Ferrara twins are there. Shepherd to assist. Jared, Rigby. Just kicks it into the corner. The right end as far as the Rhinos are concerned. The defenders are there first and the attackers now come forward. It was Yabsley trying to knock it in to no avail. Out to Brown. Cross to Boa. Sean de Bruin trying to affect. Jeff Ferrara. Anka. Over to Chapman. Goes deep with the ball. O'Reilly first to it, into the corner, away from the dangerous Jeff Ferrara. Boa. Tackled by Yabsley and Sean de Bruin. Jared gets the ball, tries to flick it out to Mark, but Chapman will clean up and put it right back. Jeff Ferrara, dangerous spot. Hooper in the way. And he will get reward for effort and take it back to Mark Ferrara. Shot on. Didn't make Ermish work for it. Out to Anke de Bruin, who got it in front of Sean. Think it did clear the half line, but the referees have waved it off. So no offsides. Chapman. Tonkin.
Go back, Jeff.
Anke de Bruin. Mike coming down to make Shepherd an honest person. But Shepherd's just going to use his leg speed to run it out. Wheeler corralled him, so he had Golding in support. Tried to flick it past. Wheeler 4 times now before eventually winning the ball, Wheeler. But it only goes down to Mark Ferrara, who will try once again to clear defense. Uses the low ball for an icing. From the resets, Kim, Wheeler, has the shot, Shepherd, second keeping. Wheeler can't get it out to Tim Brown. There's a couple of players, they both dived for it. Golding somehow still came up with the ball. Really probing the Sonics defense here. Shepherd. Jared Ferrara. Back into Golding, has a shot. Looking for the deflection from Yabsley. Didn't make it, but it was right there for the take. Baxter takes it over the half to the Sonics. Shepherd. Rhinos still up 1-0. Sonics still looking for a way back in. Wheeler with an ambitious swing, but the referees say no, that's okay. Boa. Goes for the flick and just flicks it into the Rhinos bench and my backpack. Hooper lining up for a big swing before referee recalls the ball. Chapman. Only as far as Jared Ferrara on the flick. In front of Jeff, but Jeff will take it back. Rhinos electing for man-on-man defense. Hooper electing to try and play the hero to no avail. Once again, grey on grey. Jeff Ferrara in the shiny, Hooper in the dull. Mike. Corralled by Jared Ferrara. Still going, Mike. Lovely work behind the goals. Just needs some support now. Jeff. Puts the ball back whence it came. Anke de Bruin was the first there. Sean right there with her. Anke still looking for that flick pass. Mike's got it. But O'Reilly was awake. Lovely catch for a freeze and a reset. Behind the goals, Mark Ferrara. Working against Baxter and Mike against. Anke de Bruin comes in to try and cut him off as well, but he still gets it out to Seddon. Only as far as Wheeler. Sonics looking for that equaliser. Brown. Hooper trying to marshal his defence. Directing players where to go. Brown creates the opportunity to run around. But the shot just wide. Back to Brown. He's going to try this again. Chips it into De Bruyne, who deflects it up, but Seddon was right there awake to it. Hooper takes the ball on the wall to Mark. Tim Brown tackles it in, but it will nearly cross. Wheeler keeping it in the attack line. For some reason, Baxter trying for a sub. Just a little bit of confusion there from the Sonics bench. Wheeler. Brown. Out again. Kim at the spot. Couldn't deflect it in. Mark Ferrara just going for glory. Wheeler. Back to Tim Brown. Looking for the cross pass, but Golding there first for the Rhinos. The Sonics are really starting to put the squeeze on the Rhinos defense. Jeff Ferrara, Wheeler, back to Jeff Ferrara. Shot on, deflected over. Good pad work there by O'Reilly. Boer back to Brown. Back to Boer, chipped in. Looking for the deflection up. Brown still charging through. This is Boer again. Very dangerous work there. The Sonics, you feel this Rhinos defense. It's only a matter of time before it cracks. It's just a question of will it crack in the next 6 minutes. Jeff Ferrara. Tim Brown looking for the slide in. Kim. Back to Brown. Trying again. Boer looking for the deflect. Wheeler. Once more, but this time Hooper's going to clear it out. Uses the flick. He's got Mark Ferrara there. Broken up by Tim Brown, but he gets past one. Has the shot on into Ermish's helmet. And Kim and Brown will clean up. Brown just looking to get a little bit of relief with that clearance. 5 minutes and change on the clock for the Sonics to equalise. Golding, huge shot on, saved by the pipes. As far as the Sonics are concerned, Mike trying to clear it out. But Golding has the speed. Over to Shepherd. Gets it back into attack. Wheeler with the big swing, but Shepherd still going. Still going. Large swing. Too high. And another reset for the advantage Sonics. Wheeler. Chapman. Behind the goals. Ball looking for the deflect. Nearly comes off. Mike's right there, and there it is. O'Reilly just had too much to do ultimately. Boar had the first look at it. O'Reilly covered that, but Mike had the second look. O'Reilly had already committed one way. Popped through for the equaliser. We are tied up with only 4 minutes left in this match. Hooper. Tries for the flick over to Seddon, only as far as Wheeler. Chapman. De Bruyne. Wheeler. Looking for the deflect from De Bruyne. Kim in the corner with Seddon. Over to Mike. Shepherd clears it out, only to Wheeler. He's got Hooper in front of him. Knocked down by Rigby, and Shepherd will take it away with Jared Ferrara. He's got Shepherd. This looks like a good little run. He's got Hooper coming up as well. Has the shot on, way too high. Ferrara on Ferrara. Jeff will win it from Jared. Flick it up and over. Hooper leads back in defense. 2:40 on the clock. Hooper puts it into the ceiling. We'll see where the referees mark it for the Sonics' advantage. And it will be a short. Cleared out. Jeff Ferrara. Puts it straight back in. Baxter. Sean de Bruin with her. Little wrestle on the wall. Eventually out to Jeff Ferrara. And he's got Mike in support. Elects to go straight forward. Shepherd second keeping. Very high stick there from Baxter. She knows it too. Rhinos trying to call O'Reilly to the bench because they know they've got a penalty inbound. Looking for a chance for 6 on 5. Tim Brown says, no, we're not doing that. O'Reilly will return and Baxter will spend the last minutes of this game on the bench. So it's 5 on 4 with about 1:20 on the clock. Point of first advantage for the Rhinos. They have been the stronger defense team this competition, but now they're going to have to find a way into attack. And the Sonics, who have been all attack, will have to try and defend. Brown says nuts to defense, let's go for glory. Overcommitted, now we've got Hooper. Looking for the shot, way high. Golding. To Mark. Shot on. Wide of Rigby. Cleared out by Chapman. Only as far as Mark. Ferrara. Golding. 34 seconds to go. Mark. Golding. Trying to create an overlap and a shooting lane. Boar and Brown playing very high on the shooters. Mark only puts it straight into Golding. Now it's going to be a scramble. Seddon. Sonics defense awake. Chapman behind the goals. And happy to run down the clock, you would think, at this point, to put it into overs. Hooper. Mark Ferrara has to have the shot. That's the time. Rigby had it in. Beaten by a second. A brilliant deflect in by Rigby. But the referee waving it off out of time. It's 1-1 at the full. Confirmation for overtime. 3 players plus a goalie for overtime. 3 and a goalie for overtime. We need a winner of this semi-final. But of course the Sonics will start a player down with Baxter still serving the last of the penalty. So it'll be 2 on 3. Golden goal, next score wins. Golding. 3 on 2 until Baxter rejoins after the penalty. Over to Yabsley. Brilliant ball. Hooper up the top there. Looking for it, but Brown cut it off. Looking to just eat into the penalty time. Over to Chapman. Clears it over the half. Golding. Goes back to retreat. Over to Yabsley. Baxter about to restart the game. Into the middle. Golding. Hooper. Looking to get it past Chapman. Yabsley. The defense lining up. Chapman and Brown. Shot on from Hooper. Saved by Ermish. Kicked away. Baxter rejoins, and now it's 3 on 3. Brown and Golding fall over. Golding doesn't like the referee's decision, but that's the decision. Golding has the shot. Tim Brown blocks it. Over to Baxter. Rhinos trying to make a sub at this point. Sonics as well. Brown and Golding staying on for the moment. Golding now subbing off as well. So it's the Ferrara twins plus Seddon against Mike, Ferrara and Anke de Bruin. Shot on from Mike. Great save by O'Reilly for another restart.
Because you guys are running guys in goals, you need to have 2 goals, 1 guy out there. No, we don't. That's not the rule. It's not the rule. It's not for this guy. We're both doing the same thing. Everyone should have 2 and 2. 2 guys in the goal. There's no rule book for 3 on 3, so you're making it up.
A lot of confusion out there. The referees, Bryce Marshall and Saxon Hooper, all having a debate over whether it should be 1 or 2 girls on the ice in a 3 on 3 game.
This doesn't exist in the rules, we're making up.
So we're just waiting for the officials to make their decision. Basically just killing some time here. An argument might be said that because both teams are playing by the same restriction, it doesn't matter. And that's exactly what the referee has finally told the benches. Do what you want to do. It's 3 on 3. So they're playing 2 gentlemen, 1 lady per team. Plus goalies. I mean, none of this changes anything, of course. It is still next goal wins. A Ferrara. A Rhino Ferrara in the backfield. Over to his brother. This is Mark. Looking to get it up to Shan de Bruin. Eventually gets it up to her now. Past Mike. Back to Jared. So just to confuse, we have 2 Ferraras and 2 de Bruiners on the ice in a 3 on 3. Why do they do this to me? Wheeler. Up to Anke de Bruin. Jared Ferrara. Mark Ferrara. Getting it past Wheeler. De Bruin there to tip it in. Off the pine. And there it is. There's the goal. First deflect off the top post. Second deflect off Ermish. And third deflect finally found the net. The Rhinos will advance with a fantastic golden goal.
You said 10 minutes. He said golden goal. He told us 10 minutes. He told us golden goal. Okay. Are you kidding me? Chris specifically told me 10 minutes.
The only reason they let you score is to come back.
Telling me I'm making up rules. It's in there in blue and white. Blue and white. Because we print colours. We print colours here.
Test, test, test. So referee's just given the captain's speech just to kind of calm things down from the pool play, the back chat and tightening of the benches, just to make sure we get clean games for the semis and also the finals leading up at 12:15 later today. Hopefully less confusion in the ACT semi-final than we did in that New South Wales semi-final. Both teams coming in with some not so good performances, so we'll have our first win from the ACT contingent, which should give us some nice confidence going into the final later today.
Sure you don't want to do it?
No. I want to hear if there's a contentious ref call.
Okay.
I'm that colour commentator that just can't have fun.
Okay.
But I do remember Chris saying what he was going to do in the back chat.
What, straight to the bin? No, he's just kind of giving the heads up. Okay.
I think it was just a bit too much close last night.
Okay. No, we're fine.
What? I'm so used to it.
Is Zach okay?
Don't change things. I'm old. I don't like change.
So here we go, Thunderbirds v Ramjets for a spot to play later today. Banks up to Celia. Crossed over the half, and they reset, come back down. Ajabek in the goals. Here we go. Celia. But it's all Ramjets in front of goal. There's no crease players. Mutton now eventually coming to charge, but Lane Borrett will take it away. Banks with the tackle, gets it off, charging back the other way, looking for the fast break. Grace Borrett gets the stick in, just enough to affect the movement. Clears out. Only as far as Kai. Lane Borrett gets it over the half. Thunderbirds looking to reset. Marshall looking to make an honest person out of Kai. And Lane Borrett will take it away again. First real foray into attack for the Ramjets. Bounced down off Banks. Wedding had a wild shot. Boyd Haid gets it over to Lane Borrett. Lines up again. Just going high. Boyd Haid behind the goals. Salia. Over to Banks. The Thunderbirds just take a little breath and go again. Mutton. Stick checked, but running straight past it. Past Grace Borrett. He's going to run all the way in to Froome, who just couldn't get enough stick on it. Ajabek in goals, doing enough to shepherd it out and just put the worry on. Lane Borrett again. Looking for the flick pass over to Marshall. Up to Thomas. Over the half. Banks waiting for his crew to retreat. Wedding's going to interfere though. He's got Thomas in support if he can get to her. Goes for the shot. Jeffries sweeps out to her right. Froome looking up the wall. Marshall gets in the way. Over to Wedding. Tapped away. Very nice work there. I think that's Salija again. Gallagher. Back after his shift last night. Ramjets looking, but just getting involved. Kai to affect it out. Thomas. Around Salija to Wedding. Bounced off the wall past Ramirez. Banks. Salia deflected out through Gallagher and Ajabek. All attacking here from the Thunderbirds. Salia. Marshall. Under siege. Gets it out only as far as Banks. Straight back in, but now, finally, a little bit of control. Marshall for the Ramjets. To Wedding. He's got Thomas in support. Just goes straight through the legs of Jeffries. Marshall cleans it up, and that's the first goal. (1-0) Ramjets. Using speed to get in front. Now the Ramjets will need to hold that advantage for the next 26 minutes of play. Thunderbirds looking to get one back. Looking to get the kick into Banks there, but didn't quite come off. Banks eventually gets the ball. Flicks up, has the shot. Nearly getting the pass in. Can't quite make it through with Lucas. This is Ajabek, Brody in the field. Over to Gallagher. Lane Borrett. Flicked over to Boyd Haid. Banks involved again. He's started well, but no reward for effort yet. Flicked forward. Deflected out. Lucas trying to crumb it out. Banks once more. Desperate defense here by the Ramjets. Banks. Flicked up Lucas. Only as far as Lane Borrett. Comes out. Ramirez is right there waiting for it. Puts it in off the crossbar. Very close. Jeremy Ajabek electing not to freeze. Lane Borrett through the legs. Ramirez again tries it once more. And this time the freeze is on from Jeremy for the reset. Very vocal benches underneath us for this semi. It's all on the line. Lane Borrett looking for the cross ball. Thomas can't get it past Banks. It's going to come back with interest. This is Lucas. He's got Salia, but broken up. Very well done by Lane Borrett. Over to Brody Ajabek. Trying to flick it past. And Osborne now. Ramirez, Celia, Lucas, and Micah. Trying to get it back to Lucas. Wedding got involved at Thomas. Celia. Brody Ajabik. Micah. Banks. Trying to pick their way through now. Celia. Wedding's foot gets in the way. Second one comes through. Marshall. Looking for Wedding on the boards. Ramirez beat him to it. Puts it back into the corner for Lucas. This is Cooper Lucas. Tries to the flick into the crease. Not coming off. Osborne got in the way. Eventually goes far out to Celia, who takes a wild swing. Lucas was right there to take the crumb, and it's 1-1. Fast and furious offense from the Thunderbirds. A real burner now. Both teams finding the net. Someone's going to need to find it again. Mutton. Over to Celia. A beautiful ball. Gets it past one. Has another shot on. Wide off target. Mutton. Back to Banks. Looking to get it in, but lovely defensive work there. Out again, another shot by Banks, just wide. Froome there trying to crumb it. Ajabik just pops it into the corner. But the Thunderbirds are still on the offense. Wedding, Boyd Haid. Goes inside to Marshall, over the half. He's got the leg speed, he may get there. But he does not. Boyd Haid, red at best, but the Thunderbirds defense are there. Banks, another shot on. Good save with the right foot there from Ajabik. Celia. Deflected away by Gallagher. Banks. Ramjets seem content to play well-intentioned defense through Lane Borrett, now Grace Borrett. Trying to get it past Celia, but to no avail. Looks for the flick. Lane Borrett using all his height to advantage. Flicks it across the face of goal. Always a dangerous move. Comes off in this case to Marshall. But Kai will lead him to the ball. And use the run behind the goals to set up once more. Mutton. Banks. Flicked over and across to Kai and Celia. Celia tried to get it to Kai, but a little bit of miscommunication there. It may come off yet. Celia with the ball. Froome. Flicked down. Grace Borrett and Ajabik in goals. Ajabik now kicking it away, trying to get it to Grace Borrett. Up to Thomas. Got Wedding in the middle. Can't quite get it. Celia's got a line open, and there's the second goal. Centre ice being left absent. And Celia good enough to find the right corner.
The attack really running through Celia today. He's having Ramjets' goalie in fits at the moment.
Lane Borrett. Thomas. Mutton. Ramirez. A very high stick, but both referees keeping their arms down.
Level. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that.
Was level with my eyesight. Wedding.
Got to take care of these referees, you know.
Across the line, Ajabek comes out to clear it off, trying to get it over to Wedding, but Lucas trying to go back the other way. Here we go, Ajabek. Tapped away by Ramirez. It's still inbound. Salesia going again. They can't let him get another shot away. He's just too dangerous. Kai. Up and over, but only to Lane Borrett. Technically has a shot on goal, but Jeffrey's more than equal to that one.
Yeah, with this rink, nice strategy to clear it down. Get some ascendancy in that counter-attack.
Flicked up and away. Salia again. They've got a numbers advantage now. Let's see what they can do with it. Salia. Deflected off by Wedding. Keeper comes out. Salia. Wedding took him out, but that's okay. Brody Agabek now. No one in front of him. All he needs to do is shoot and miss. Did it all right, but the finish. Jeffrey's covering the line. Second one on the deflect. Osborne. Getting it past Mutton into the corner. Kept into attack with Marshall. Coming through, Wedding couldn't trap it. Osborne. Ramirez. Kai. Can't get it past Boyd Haid, and they're still going to work through Brody Ajabek. Kai now looking to get it over, and eventually gets it there. Marshall in defense against Micah. Back to Wedding, and there is an offside call. Moving through. Banks, back to Jeffries. 1 minute 20 left in the opening half. Thunderbirds lead 2-1. Winner through to the final to play the Rhinos. Loser joins the Sonics on the benches.
I was hoping. I almost had that.
Gallagher with the big swing. A second one coming through from Marshall. Banks, even though he fell over, managed to stop it. Desperate defense from the Thunderbirds. 30 seconds left here in the opening half. Tried to flick over, had the opening players, and it will cross the half. Ramjets giving the ball away, and that should be just about all she wrote for half-time.
Yeah, no teams are really interested in getting this last face off, so I think it'll be half-time.
So there you have it. Thunderbirds up 2-1 with 15 minutes to play. Josh Burton, what do you make of that?
Well, it's evenly poised with that first goal from Ramjets come through, and Thunderbirds have recovered nicely with those 2 goals. But that last passage of play, Ramjets had the ascendancy. So I think if they get that first goal in that second half, I think it's up for grabs. But if Thunderbirds do get that first one, I think that it might be game, set, match.
Expert comments from your expert commentator. Thank you, Josh.
Because I stuffed up this morning coming in late, there will be no spectator charge at lunchtime.
So here we go. 15 to play. All on the line. Ramjets needing to get one back here. Continuing where they left off with the offense. But cleared away by Jeffries. Froome. Marshall. Lane Borrett. Tackled down by Micah. And now across the half. Through Silesia. To Gallagher. Lane Borrett trying to get it over the half. Eventually gets it there. Thomas now taking off, trying to find the additional room. The Thunderbirds, though, looking to shut down with defense early in the second half.
Referees very much leading this with the players instead of calling it necessary. Any necessary stoppages.
Froome. Ambitious shot. Kai not there to assist. Gallagher. Being well held, but gets it up to Lane Borrett on the boards. Across, brilliant vision and ball to Thomas. Traps and go. Marshall. Over to Lane Borrett. Looking for the power shot, and it's all power, no accuracy. Banks. Over to Micah. Looking to get it across to Kai, but Thomas is going to get there first. Salia keeping her honest. Ajabek. Ramirez. Keeper runs way out of crease with a brilliant long ball. Can't get it across the half. Beaten out by Brody. Here is an excellent shot. It's one-on-one with Jeffries, and he taps it in.
Brilliant play, brilliant play.
Two on two.
Ramjets relying on their experienced players to get the first goal back.
And there is a lot of experience out there for them. Micah. Takes it behind the back to Kai. Ajabek. Over to Marshall. Open lane to shoot. Shut down by Banks. Go in again. Now they can get it over the half and see if they can get something on the counter-attack. Wedding there. Brody Ajabek. Over the half. Tries the flick up, but Ramirez able to cut it off. Cleared over the half. I think the Thunderbirds will take that for a... No, I thought they did that just to get an interchange in, but no, they just decided to stand there and walk around.
Yeah, it has been their downfall where a little bit of defensive lapses have cost them a little bit of cohesion.
Lane Borrett. Into the corner. But it's all Ramirez. Lots of walking out there, lots of tired bodies again. Both teams didn't have their best days yesterday, looking to make amends today.
Nice turn from Banks there.
Osborne. Salia leading to the ball. Ramirez. No pressure on the ball carrier. And an extra player out on Banks. Ramjets playing zone defense here, and it's going to come off again with Marshall, who will take it all the way back. Now to Wedding, trying to make the ice bigger. Lane Borrett, over and through. Jeffries comes out. Great work by Jeffries, but the keeper is open. Borrett has the shot and it's in!
A beautiful goal from Ramjets. Nice taking advantage of a defensive lapse with goalie coming out and lack of defense at the back.
She came out very, very high.
Well, yeah, she does do that, but it works to her advantage most of the time, but there was just no defense help at that time, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thomas looking to make it another. Another high stick from Wedding, but again, no call.
Oh, he got himself out of the way just in time. Very smart play. I think the tendencies with Ramjets at the moment.
Yeah. It's good to see all attack here. Salia.
Watch that shot.
Shot down by Marshall, but it's still in the danger zone.
Oh, post play is looking good here.
Get your feet in there, everyone!
And the goal's taken offline for a reset.
All this good play and still 8 minutes to go. There's plenty of time for both teams to get that, pull ahead goal, another equaliser.
Way too early to start thinking about killing some time and running out good intention defense.
Oh no, we always want to pull goals early.
Mutton. Bit high, reset to advantage Ramjets. Gallagher can't get it past Alicia on the first attempt. Second attempt, too much heat. Borrett. Mutton. Into the middle, Salia. Froome. Over the half. Salia going to run down and get there first. A couple of players fall. Grace Borrett trying to get it past Froome. And Thomas. And over the half. Brody Ajabik. Going to get there first, winds up for the big shot. Jeffries pads down behind the back. Lucas. Good cut back, but it missed the target. Brody Ajabik, he's got a shot here. Jeffries taps a one out and manages to stick enough mitt.
I had a feeling that was going in, but it was a brilliant save from Jeffrey.
By all rights, that should have been a goal. It's all Jeffries. Salia looking for the cross. Boyd Haid cuts it off. Down to Osborne, but a hand pass.
The right call. Nice pick up on the hand pass.
Yeah. Banks. Ambitious shot. Nearly came off on the rebound with Lucas, but Jeremy Ajabik freezes for another reset.
I was nervous for Ramjets.
Mutton. Winds it up again. Ramirez nearly with the tap in. Marshall back there to clean up. Lane Borrett. Got Boyd Haid if he can get it to her. Goes the other way. Mutton. Cut off by Wedding. Mutton again with the flick. Trying to get it to Lucas. Marshall runs past him. Salia. Out to Banks. Boyd Haid keeping honesty at the top of mind, but it's at the wrong end for the Thunderbirds. Boyd Haid.
Thunderbirds struggling just a bit, just to clear it.
Mutton gets the clearance, electing to make the play. Borrett. 4 minutes 35 to go. Into the middle to Marshall. Elects for the big shot. The runners don't come down, so Banks clear it again. Tries to get the run to Silesia, bounces off the back foot. Boyd Haid will get there first. Ramirez trying to effect the tackle. Boyd Haid running to the backboards. Kai, Ramirez. There's the clearance to Banks. It will go all the way up for an ice. The wrong result as far as the Thunderbirds are concerned, because it's now a race against the clock to get their third goal.
I believe they're much more energy saver at the moment. They'll reset. Hopefully they can get Thunderbirds goal before the end. Oh, nice shot from
Nice shot there from Borrett. Good save from Jeffries again.
Does help to have a big guy with a nice shot.
Yep. Borrett over the half. Osborne's got to come back. She's offside. I don't think she's realised it. Now they're clear. Banks over, behind. Well cleared out. And here we go again with Gallagher.
That was way too easy for
Just
Ramjets
charges
to get
straight
out.
past Martin, yes.
Thunderbirds lucky to get the icing call, but yeah. The energy sapping of this game is really affecting both teams.
Yeah. You feel that if they were to get another one here, it would be against the run.
Yeah, I feel like Thunderbirds are going to score. It's either going to be now or a counter-attack.
Yep.
I think that's their best chance.
Yep. Borrett's flick knock comes off, but Micah can't get it in. Another one in from Silesia. This one just a bit wide. Thomas to clean up. Kai, a big swing, and eventually gets control of the ball. Over to Salia. Lee knows. There it is! Goodness gracious.
It is very much nice to see not playing Chris scoring. I'm very much happy I'm up here instead of down on the ice, conceding against that. But that was a brilliant goal. Has been all tournament. He's been the danger man for Thunderbirds all tournament.
Had to be good to get it past Marshall and past Ajabek in the pipes. On target as always. And so we're back to an equal game with 100 seconds on the clock. And just for the
Is
confirmation,
there one more twist in the tail before a possible overtime?
Yeah. But I do just want to remind our viewers, and for those of us who may not know, that overtime is golden goal. Boyd Haid.
Referee's arms up. The penalty ensuing.
And yes, there is a slash call against Ramirez. So this is dangerous now. Just like with the Sonics in the match before, we will have a team down a player for the last of regulation and the start of overtime if it's needed. Marshall. Wide. Grace Borrett. Nothing doing. Over to Banks. Looking like he's going to play it safe for the next 20 seconds.
Well, goalie down. Oh no, she's back up.
Silesia. Ambitious shot. but the keeper will save it out. They've got 5 seconds here
One
to
more
do
last
something
play.
with it.
Can we get one more
Last
shot?
play. Here's the shot in from Lane Borrett. He needs to swing.
Ah.
Nothing doing. Overtime, take 2. 3-3 at the finish.
Are we playing the same as the last game? So it's very much mirror image from the New South Wales game where it was 3-on-2 to start the overtime instead of the usual 4-on-3. Should open up the space a little bit, but we'll see how Ramjets takes advantage with 1:25 to go in the penalty.
It is a question. Would you rather play 3-on-2 on open ice, or would you rather play 4-on-3?
It's a touchy subject, but I'd rather go with the 4-on-3. But yeah, it is that difficult getting that player off before the overtime finishes.
Yeah.
So, but it is definitely in the advantage for Ramjets to have 2 players to play against. They'll have plenty of space to move around, and it should act sort of like a 5-on-3 where they could get down real close to the goals and hopefully put a goal in early.
Excellent thoughts. Well done, Josh. So here we go. What can these teams muster? Someone's going home. Banks. To Salija, nearly through. Ajabik.
It's the right strategy to go for Salia first up.
Yeah. But a great grab.
Thunderbirds go with their most experienced players for this penalty kill.
Yep. Thomas gets it up to Marshall. Shot cut down by Salia. 40 seconds left in the penalty. Banks with the ball. Up the line now. Here we go. Salia again. What can he do? Winds up. Great
Nice
save
block
there
from
by
Jeremy.
Ajabik again. Thomas and Borrett. Lane Borrett and Boyd Hayde. The 3 on the ice for the Ramjets. Boyd Hayde. Thomas looking for an opening. It's about to come back. It's 3-on-3. Ramirez is there. Salia looking for the opening. Tries to get it. Cut off by Thomas though.
Ambitious.
Thomas. Just pushing it forward. Ramirez cutting off the pass. Borrett's now
Ramirez
lost
using
his
her
stick.
experience.
Boyd Hayde. Banks. He's got Lucas running forward. Can't get it to him. Thomas on the rebound. Thomas and Lane Borrett against Ramirez. Lucas charging back in defense. Up the line, Lane Borrett just taking a moment to breathe. Reset and reform. Lucas. Cut off by Boyd Hayde. Now behind the goal. She's got Thomas on the crease. And Borrett up. Has the swing off the pipe. Now Lucas. But there's no legs for the Thunderbirds. And Thomas
too
just
far.
winds it up. Ramirez to Banks. An opportunity here for the Thunderbirds. Lucas again, all the toe. How has he still got legs? As Banks takes a high shot. Just trying to create some sort of setup here for a way to pick through the Ramjets.
Smart play.
Smart play to Salia. One-on-one now with the keeper. Shot knocked down by Boyd Haid. Salia still with the ball though. Very dangerous here. But the shot's not his best.
The ball's into the New South Wales change room. Luckily, no one in there, as like last night. Slater just needs to keep his shots down, but if he keeps his shots down, it's on target. I think it will be a goal.
Yeah. Just got to have some cool heads and some composure here. Kai working it back to Salia. Big shot.
Beautiful
on,
shot.
Well saved, and then recovered by Ajibig.
Smart trap.
Yep. Thomas can get it over to Boyd Haid, goes back instead to Wedding. Has the shot on, Jeffries crumbs it out.
Counter-attack and shooting.
Here we go.
Offside.
Numbers against.
Oh, I think he just got back. No, he
I
has
think it's
called
an
the
offside
offside.
call. Yep.
It was a was he or wasn't he? I think he might have just got back, but it was delayed.
I think the referee arm was up, so
I think that was more for the after, but yeah, we'll give benefit of the doubt.
yeah. Banks, Ramirez. Just running it into the corner now. Marshall happy to give her the territory. Salia couldn't trap it, and they'll go all the way back and go again.
That's not a good reset, but the switch is there. There's open space.
There's heaps of space, but they've got to run into it, and I don't know if the legs
here
are
we go.
there. Here we go. Salia just not able to trap that one. Thomas. Cut off by Banks, but Thomas will get there first. Back to Marshall. I think the Ramjets are starting to suffer from the legs as well. They're running two ladies on the ice, meaning that they've got limited substitutions to make.
It is lucky Thunderbirds have Linda in goals, otherwise they'd be running two as well, as we found with that confusion in the first game.
Yep.
But Thunderbirds with their most experienced line on at the moment. Don't know how much energy they have left, but it's their experience that should get them through.
Salia showing all that experience to hit Marshall.
Well,
Just chipped over for another reset.
Do you have any idea what happens if they run out of time? Penalties?
So up here in the commentary box, we are unaware of what happens if 3 minutes expires with no goal.
will be a
But
surprise.
Banks hopefully makes us not have to worry about that decision. Marshall corralling. Does enough. Now here we go. All he has to do is run. Run like the wind and get it past
2-on-1.
Jeffries, which he can't even get to her because Lucas gets in the way.
It's 2-on-0.
Now it's 2-on-1. Borrett gets
Goal
over the
goes.
base, can't get through. And the goals are off.
Wait for the referee to find out who dislodged the net.
I think they're just going to call it a neutral work and restart at the short. The whispers from the back of the commentary box that it was a tactical kick, but I didn't see it, so I'm not calling it.
I just wasn't sure, but they're giving it to the Ramjets.
Banks. Boom. Thomas. Good tackling in. Lane Borrett. He's got Grace behind. Good tackle from Banks to push it out. 1:25 to go. Very tired bodies out there. Lane Borrett looking for Thomas. Thomas goes for the run. Will get there first. She's got Boyd Haid. Banks cuts it off and gets it over to Lucas.
1 minute to go with Thunderbirds on the attack.
And they go with Froome. Can't flick it up on the first or the second. And now cut off by Marshall.
Dependable Bryce Marshall at the back.
Thomas, Marshall, Thomas. Making Banks work overtime in defense. Mutton comes in to assist now. Cuts it off, a couple of stick checks. 35 to go. Thomas still can't get an opening. Froome just kicks it over the half. Keeper comes way up to act as a fourth with 25 to go. Flicks over the middle. I'm not sure what's happened there. Now Banks has got an open net if he can get to it, but he can't hit. He had to wait for Froome to get back for the offside. Mutton has a big air swing, traps the ball in his legs. And Boyd Haid will take it behind the net, and that's all she wrote for overtime. Ten frenetic minutes and some words of honesty from the Thunderbirds bench, which I hope you didn't pick up on the call. We just wait from the confirmation from the officials of the next stage. I believe it's a penalty shootout.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Brian. I think it will be a penalty shootout. I keep hearing the benches saying how much shooters have they got. Looks like they're going to have 3 shooters.
All right, so we are doing penalties, and we are doing man, then woman in order. Players electing to either take it from the spot or take an advance from centre. This is Brody Ajabik for the Ramjets against Linda Jeffries for the Thunderbirds.
Does he go with his left or does he go with the hand flick thing that he got scored in?
I think it'll be a hand. It is a hand, and it's in.
Smart play, a bit of deception, but a good play. Go with the shot that you know.
Yep, worked for him in the open play earlier today.
Very nice goal in open play, and a very nice goal there too.
Salia also taking it from the half. Winds up, saved, and knocked away by Jeremy there. 1-0.
Jeremy Archbeek, he does stay upright and he does stay strong. Unfortunately, Salika just couldn't find any space around.
So Carrie Thomas electing to take from the spot. Swings off the crossbar.
Unfortunately, Linda, that had Linda done in all ends, but off the post. Oof.
Was a brilliant shot.
It was.
Deserved
it really
to
was.
go in. Ramirez.
Bottom right. Oh, she goes left.
Well, it was right I don't know if she was aiming bottom right, but
All that nationals and worlds experience from Ramirez, it's paid off.
Lane Borrett
Smart from Lane.
straight
Blocked.
into Jeffrey's pads.
So is that 1-0?
1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Okay.
1-1 after Brody got that first goal off the hand.
That's right. Okay.
Banks.
I think right side.
Oh, straight
Through the
down the middle.
A very nice backhand play.
Yep. And that is it. It's the Thunderbirds through. Taking the lead and siling it out. So we'll be back here at
12:15.
12:15 for the final Rhinos v Thunderbirds. Oh yeah, do it now, yeah. Good work, well done. But I appreciate it. Someone that actually knows what they're talking about.
I was making it the ref's part. Gotta give the refs some love.
All right, you want to get down first, Vic? Phillip, do you want to hold that out up a bit? Whoa. Oh, boy. A big public session. A big one.